Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making some electroculture sticks. These are basically sticks that have copper wire around them. You stick them in the garden and this helps energize the soil so that your plants can grow better. It also deters bugs for the most part. I have never tried this before. I've heard a lot about it, and instead of buying a set of them on Amazon, which I believe it's a lot more than making them yourself, I purchased a little spool of copper wire. It does not need to be a specific size. I don't even know what gauge this is, but it doesn't have to be thick. It doesn't have to be a specific height or any of that. We're just going to be wrapping these around sticks from outside and making our own, so that we could save money and not have to buy them at the store. We're gonna go outside right now and collect a bunch of sticks. I'm also gonna take you by the garden. We're gonna be putting about 2 or 3 in each garden, so I've gotta count those. That's how many sticks we're going to be gathering up. I want the sticks to be somewhat sturdy, so we don't want them too thin, but we also don't want them too thick, because then I think it would use more of this. And since we need a lot of them, we're gonna try to make as many as we can. You can also put these in pots. So I do have plants that I do keep in my mobile home bedroom and that I pull out on the porch, so you can stick these out of the pots that you're growing your plants in also. I think the sticks are gonna be cut enough for me to gather up as many as we need, and then we're gonna come back inside here and create a whole bunch of them so that I can stick them in the gardens. So let's do this project. This is the gardens. They are all prepped for the spring and summer. Let's start counting these. We're gonna put 2 in here, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. So let's make about 40 or 50. And we're going to be sticking 2 or 3 in each garden. I'm not sure if I'll stick 1 in each one of these pots, but I might. So let's go collect the sticks and then we'll get to making these things. I gathered 40 sticks. They're a good medium size and sturdy enough to be stuck in the gardens. I did pick them out of this pile and this pile, which are usually the 2 piles that I refill the wood stands with for the guests. So there were a lot to choose from. So I'm going to bring these inside and we are going to start wrapping them. We have our pile here. Let's see how this is going to turn out. Again, I've never done this before, so we are trying this for the first time. I'm going to start at the bottom. I'm going to wrap it around a couple times, and then I'm going to just coil it all the way up. Hoping I have enough. If not, I can order more. Now, something that Amazon showed with the ones that they sold was like a little squiggly at the top right here. I found this. I'm going to be using this to make the coil thing at the bottom, and then I can slip it out. So I'm going to put it at the ends like this. And then we're going to make this little thing at the end. scissors to cut it. So this is what our stick is going to look like. I'm going to be putting that in the ground about up to here, and then it's going to send electric energy through the soil, and then this will send it out to the plants. So this is our DIY thing. We're going to work on doing all of these sticks right now. Bottle. There we've got our second one. I think they're turning out pretty nicely. I'm just hoping these sticks last long in the dirt. And if not, then we'll just learn from that and use a sturdier stick next year, or even upgrade to a different type of stick. I was able to do 16 different branches with this one spool of copper. I'm going to need to get more to finish this project, but at least we know that one spool can handle 15 sticks. I guess it all depends on what size your sticks are and how many twirls you do up the stick, and how much of this end stuff that you put. I'm gonna order some more wire and wait for that to come in, and then I'll finish this project. It is about a week later. I have my 2 spools of copper in. I decided to get 2 instead of 1, just in case I needed it for more. One thing I did find out in this week of waiting was that these sticks, when placed into the garden that's going to have the plants in them, the stick has to be taller than the plant is going to grow in full size. These are not long enough. However, I'm still going to do them, and I'm still going to trust that it's going to work, because it's still grabbing the energy from out there. It's not like it's being blocked or anything. Like, everything out here is energy, so it's going to be pulling no matter what. So I'm just going to trust that this method, my method, is going to work. Just putting shorter sticks in there. Personally, I thought it was just the copper being in the soil. And if it fails, then again, we'll learn from it. Hi, Charlie. we've got another 14 done, and it used up one whole spool. So just like last time, one spool to about 13 to 15 sticks. I do have this many left, so I am going to use the other spool, but we're not going to use all of it, and I may just wrap more just to put in, say, like the house plants, because I've only got one inside there. But we should have enough for another 15. Got 8 more done. Got these 14. I'm going to be bringing these all outside now. We're going to be putting them in the garden since I have planted them recently. So we're going to see how this electroculture gardening works. I'm going to wait on these pots right here, but all of these gardens, I'm going to be sticking about 1 or 2 of these in each of these gardens. I think I'm going to be putting the smaller ones, say in the onion garden and maybe the strawberry garden, because those aren't going to get as tall. I don't know how tall okra grows, so maybe I can look that up. But the peas are going to climb. Maybe I can put them at the ends. That way it's sticking out and there's going to be no plants blocking them. Alright, so basically that's what it's going to look like. I don't know if you can see it, but they are just sticking out of the dirt right there. That's basically it. The garden only goes down so far, so I can only stick it down so far, but we want the copper touching the dirt, and then we want that springy antenna just out in the air, out and catching the electric energy waves. We've got 2 in each garden. I decided to do 2, only 1 in this one, 1 in this one. I did do 2 in here, 2 in here, 2 in here. I did not do the strawberry garden because I still have to get under there. I put 4 in this garden, put 2 in this garden, 2 in this garden, 2 in each of those. I also put 4 in this garden, and then I put 3 in the herbal garden. So, oh, and I also put 2 in here. I did not put 1 in those, but I guess I could if I have leftover copper. But we're gonna see how these cute little things do, and hoping for a great harvest. I'm really hoping that these electroculture sticks work. I'm really hoping this method works. If you do some research about it, it says that it basically deters bugs, it helps the soil, it helps the plant growth, it helps your harvest, more bountiful harvest. So I'm gonna give it a try, especially since I had so many problems with bugs last year. Well, why not? If you guys like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button below and click the notifications bell so you can receive a notification every time I post a new video, which is every Sunday. Thanks guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.